Hi everyone! So I'm using some toner pads before our look. And then sunscreen, because I will be out on the day. The sunscreen is really light. It sits under foundation really well. I'm wetting my makeup sponge with some setting spray today because it's a hot day and I want to be able to control my oils and help the look last longer. I'm just blending out that liquid foundation onto my face. So just patting it on lightly. Now you can see that the pores around my nose and the redness hasn't been covered properly. So I'm adding a second layer of foundation to those selected areas and blending that out. This will give a much more natural coverage compared to just heaping on concealer straight away. I'm also taking the time to fill in the gaps of my hairline. I have a lot of baby hair, so it makes it really interesting every time I apply foundation. Now onto concealer. So I'm using a shadow sponge stick to dab on the concealer. The trick to concealer is more dabbing, but less amount. So you only want to dab on a small amount and then blend it out. And you'd rather repeat that process over and over again than just heaping it all on at once. So I've covered the corners of my mouth and I just want to dab on it really lightly. Now I'm using a fixing powder to fix the concealer that I just applied. This will help the concealer stay on for longer. For the areas that I've applied concealer on, I want to pat it on very firmly with the tip. But then for other areas such as my cheeks, I just kind of want to pat lightly using the whole makeup puff. This will give me a very natural finish. Now onto eyebrows. So as always, I start on the corners of my eyebrows and work my ways inwards, drawing the outline using the pointy end of an eyeshadow palette brush. And then I fill it in with the fluffier side of the brush. This is the first eyeshadow palette we're using. I'm using a translucent color to just cover the eye area. This will give me better oil control and also sit nicely underneath the makeup. I'm using a light brown over the upper eye area. I'm using a fluffy brush to apply it as the base makeup. Now I'm taking a slightly darker brown color and applying it over the creases of my eyelid. So we're starting to layer on the colors. Now I'm working on my crease using a darker brown eyeshadow. I do apologize for the lighting. The sun did get covered up by a cloud, so that will happen a few times. I'm just blending out the whole look now before using glitter. So a glittery eyeshadow, champagne colored, which I concentrate on the middle of my eye. And then I'm taking some bigger sparkles, which I can apply at the corner of my eye to give a bigger, brighter eye effect. With eyeliner, I always work in really small strokes because I find that this minimizes room for error. I move slowly along my waterline, filling in the gaps between my eyelash and my eyelid. And with an eyeliner, a liquid eyeliner like the one I'm using, you can work with a really precise tip. So you can control how wide or how sharp you want your line to look. I always like my eyeliner to be really thin when it's along my eyelid, because that will give it a more natural look. And then once I work towards the outer corner, I can increase the width of the eyeliner slightly, so make it a little thicker, and then work on giving it a clean finish at the end. And this helps just tie in the whole eye look together. Now I'm curling my eyelashes. I've used a tissue to help my look from smudging. And then I use mascara, starting from the roots of my eyelashes and applying it all the way to the tips. I also use a microcara to make my bottom lashes stand out. Now I'm contouring the sides of my nose and my hairline. With blush, I've chosen a matte red color, which I lightly pat on. And then with highlighter, I'm using a gold highlighter to match with my eyeshadow. For my lip color, I've chosen a dusty rose color, which I bop on and then sculpt the shape with a cotton bud. And there you go, all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me for my summer look, and see you guys next time.